I don't believe they're going to put us up. I don't believe they're going to put us up.
Well, they do that a lot too, don't they?
You gonna put us up, or you gonna interrupt them when you got something? You just put it up, you can put it up when you see something. Time. Here they come.
Good morning. I deliver this statement today in dismay, disbelief, and in sadness. I feel profound grief for the state of West Virginia given the current state of affairs. What we are witnessing is a disaster for the rule of law, the foundation of our state, and indeed our own society. For when a legislative body attempts to dismantle a separate branch of government, the immediate effects, as well as the precedent it sets for the future, can only be deemed disastrous. Most majority members of the Judiciary Committee have skipped from one subject to another intentionally and without the due process of law. The majority party has established a preconception which they bring forth without regard to the evidence or the process by which that evidence should be considered. The majority members have ignored the will of the people who elected the justices of this court. They have erased the lines of separation between the branches of government. In fact, the majority in the legislature is positioning to impose their own party preferences. The will of the people of West Virginia is being denied. I just cannot allow the finalizing of this plot to come to fruition. I have always put my faith in the people of the great state of West Virginia. The people of West Virginia have honored me on 3 separate occasions by electing me to be a justice of the West Virginia Supreme Court of Appeals. I have returned that faith by honorably serving the people of the state of West Virginia for almost 22 years. I am proud of the opinions I have written as well as the dissents I have written. As a point of particular pride, cases on which I have sat as a Supreme Court justice, which have been appealed to the United States Supreme Court, have always every single time in 21 years, they have been upheld by the United States Supreme Court of Appeals. It is exactly this fairness of process I would have hoped would have been applied to recent legislative actions. But there is no evidence that that has been the case or that it will be the case. We judges weigh evidence as part of our jobs. Unfortunately, the evidence clearly shows that the preconceived, result-driven mania among the majority party members in the legislature cannot result in a just and fair outcome. As I have always placed my faith in the people of West Virginia, I return that faith to the people of West Virginia today. Effective yesterday, August the 13th, I retired as a justice of the West Virginia Supreme Court of Appeals. Now, the citizens, and let me repeat that, the citizens of West Virginia will be afforded their constitutional right to elect my successor in November. I want to thank the court family, from my colleagues to the staff here at the court to all of the court staff in the 55 counties that I've worked with in 22 years. You are an incredibly strong group of people. You constantly put this institution first, and you must continue to do that with the honor and dignity that you have evidenced for the past 22 years. Stand strong, and this court will in fact survive as it always has. I thank my personal staff, 3 or 4 of whom have served with me for 22 years, and that's probably the reason I haven't been reversed by the United States Supreme Court. And I hope they continue to do good work, as I know they will. I thank my fellow West Virginians for the extraordinary opportunity to have served you. And I encourage each of you to watch this legislative process very carefully and to vote in November. Have a great day. Thank you.
That's it.
We have no idea anymore. It looks like you're done.